A man in a small backyard just changed the way millions of people think about their gas bill. No fancy equipment, no government subsidy, no factory. Just a few plastic cylinders, some PVC pipes, and a mixture he claims replaces the gas cylinder completely. Within weeks, his video crossed millions of views. People from over 30 countries flooded the comments. Farmers in Pakistan, engineers in Germany, teachers in the Philippines, grandmothers in Peru, all asking the exact same question. Is this real? And if it is real, why isn't every household on Earth already doing it? That question is exactly why we are talking about this today. Because this is not just a viral video. This is an economic story hiding inside a home experiment. Before you scroll away, thinking this is just another life hack video, stay with me for the next few minutes because what we are about to break down touches something every single person watching this reacts to instantly: money, energy, and the fear of running out of both. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because we're about to look at the real economics behind viral money-saving trends, and this channel breaks them down in a way nobody else does. No hype, no fake promises, just the numbers and the logic behind them. Now let's go back to the video that started this conversation. A man stands in his backyard. He has a few large plastic containers, the kind you'd normally use to store water. He connects them with plumbing pipes, the same kind you'd find in any hardware store. He mixes something inside, something people still argue about in the comment section months later. And then, almost like magic, a small blue flame appears at the end of a pipe. No cylinder, no delivery truck, no monthly bill. For a lot of people, watching from countries where gas prices have doubled in the last 2 years, this wasn't just interesting, it was emotional. Because here's the thing about gas cylinders that most people don't think about until the price goes up. It is one of the few household expenses that never stops. You can cut your entertainment budget, you can skip a vacation, you can delay buying new clothes, but you cannot skip cooking gas if you want to eat a warm meal. That's what makes this video so powerful. It's not selling a luxury, it's promising freedom from a cost that never takes a day off. And that promise spread faster than almost any economic story we've covered on this channel. Now, before we go further, let's set something straight. This channel is not here to tell you to go build this in your backyard today. What we are here to do is something different and honestly, something more useful. We are here to understand why this idea caught fire, what's actually happening economically when something like this goes viral, and what it tells us about where the world is heading with energy costs. Because whether or not this exact method works perfectly for every household, the reaction to it tells us something real. People are desperate for alternatives. Let's talk numbers for a second, not fake numbers, just context that helps this make sense. In many developing countries, a single gas cylinder refill can eat up a meaningful chunk of a family's weekly income. In some regions, prices have climbed so much that families have gone back to burning wood or charcoal just to cook a basic meal. That's not a step forward, that's a step backward by decades. So when a video shows up promising an alternative made from things you can find in almost any hardware store, it's not surprising that it exploded across every language on the internet. If you scroll through the comments on the original video, you'll see people writing in Spanish, Indonesian, Arabic, Russian, French, Korean, all asking the same thing in their own language. What exactly is in this mixture? How long does the gas last? Is this safe? That last question is the one we need to slow down on, because here's what's interesting. The same comment section that celebrated the idea was also filled with warnings. Real warnings from people who clearly understood pressure systems and gas buildup. Several viewers pointed out that without a proper one-way valve, a sealed container producing gas can become dangerous. Pressure has to go somewhere. If it's not released safely, it can build up until something gives. This is the part most viral videos conveniently skip. It's easy to show the moment the flame lights up. It's much harder to show the boring, unglamorous safety engineering behind why that flame is safe to exist in the first place. And that's actually where this story becomes more interesting than a simple, cool DIY trick. Because what we're really looking at is a classic pattern that repeats throughout history whenever the cost of something essential rises too fast for people to keep up. Necessity pushes people toward experimentation. Experimentation spreads through communities long before it's been fully tested or refined. And somewhere in that gap between this looks amazing and this is fully understood, a lot of people get excited before they get informed. We've seen this pattern before with other trends, home solar setups before proper regulation caught up, DIY water filtration systems during water crises, backyard battery storage before safety standards were common knowledge. In every case, the underlying need was real. The execution, especially in the early viral stage, was messy. So the real question isn't just, does this backyard gas trick work? The real question is, why are millions of people around the world suddenly desperate enough to try something like this in the first place? And that answer takes us somewhere much bigger than plastic cylinders and PVC pipes. It takes us into how global energy pricing actually works, why certain countries get hit harder than others, and why something as simple as cooking gas has quietly become one of the most emotionally charged expenses on the planet. We're going to break down exactly what's happening behind the scenes of rising gas prices, why this video hit such a nerve globally, and what the comment section itself reveals about what people are really searching for when they watch something like this. Let's pick up right where we left off. Because to really understand why this backyard gas video spread like wildfire, we need to look past the plastic containers and PVC pipes and look at the bigger picture most people never stop to think about. Cooking gas is one of those expenses that quietly runs in the background of almost every household on Earth. Nobody talks about it at dinner parties. Nobody brags about it on social media. But it shapes daily life more than most people realize. Think about it this way. Every single meal that requires heat depends on it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, boiling water for tea or coffee, warming milk for a baby. It's not a luxury expense you can plan around. It's a constant, silent requirement. And that's exactly why, when the price of that requirement rises, it doesn't just affect a monthly budget. It affects a family's entire rhythm of life. In some parts of the world, gas cylinder prices have increased so sharply over the past few years that families have had to make impossible choices. Do they buy the cylinder this week, or do they save that money for school fees? Do they refill early before another price hike, or do they stretch what's left and risk running out midweek? These aren't hypothetical questions. If you read through global economic reports from the last 2 years, you'll find the same theme repeating across completely different countries. Rising fuel and energy costs sitting at the very top of household financial stress, right alongside food and rent. So when a video appears showing a man producing his own gas at home, using materials most people already have access to, it doesn't just trigger curiosity. It triggers hope, and hope spreads faster than almost anything else online. That's the real engine behind this video's success. Not the science, not even the mystery ingredients everyone kept asking about in the comments. It was the emotional relief of imagining a life without that specific bill hanging over your head every single month. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. If you scroll deep into the comment section of that original video, you start to notice something. The questions people ask reveal exactly what they value and exactly what they're afraid of. A huge number of comments were people asking for the precise ratio of ingredients, not vague curiosity, but specific, detailed requests. How much corn bran, how much lime, how much water. People wanted a formula they could trust, something repeatable, something they could rely on the same way they rely on a gas company's standard cylinder. That tells us something important about human behavior. People don't just want inspiration, they want a system, a process they can follow with confidence. The moment a solution feels vague or incomplete, trust starts to crack, even if the original idea is exciting. At the same time, a different group of commenters were raising a completely different concern: safety. Multiple viewers, some clearly with technical backgrounds, pointed out that fermenting organic material inside a sealed container produces gas that has to be released properly. Without a one-way valve or a pressure relief system, that container can become genuinely dangerous. One viewer even compared it to a slow-building bomb if left unchecked. So here we have two very different reactions happening in the exact same audience. One side, chasing the dream of free energy. The other side, quietly worried about the physics of contained pressure. Both are valid. Both are human. And this is where the real economic lesson starts to show up. Whenever the official cost of something essential rises faster than people's income, you don't just get complaints. You get innovation, desperation, and risk-taking all mixed together. People start looking for workarounds. Whether or not those workarounds are fully safe or fully understood, this is not new. Throughout history, whenever a basic need becomes too expensive for ordinary families to access easily, informal homemade solutions start appearing. Sometimes they're brilliant, sometimes they're dangerous. Often, they're both at the same time. What makes this particular moment different is the speed at which it spreads. 100 years ago, a clever backyard trick might spread through a village, maybe a region, over months or years. Today, one video can reach 50 countries in 50 different languages within a single week. The idea doesn't just spread, it mutates. People adapt it, misunderstand it, warn each other about it, and debate it, all in the same digital space, all at the same time. If you look closely at the comment section again, you'll notice people writing in Russian, Spanish, Indonesian, Arabic, French, Korean, all essentially asking the same three questions in their own language. What are the exact ingredients? How long does the gas last? Is this actually safe to try? That pattern alone tells you this isn't a regional issue. This is a global signal. People everywhere are hitting the same wall when it comes to energy costs, and they're all searching for the same kind of relief. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough in these viral money-saving trends. The gap between what a video shows and what a video actually proves. A 30-second clip of a blue flame igniting at the end of a pipe is emotionally powerful. It feels like proof. But it doesn't tell you how long that flame will burn. It doesn't tell you how much cooking you can actually do with it. It doesn't tell you the real cost of the materials involved, or how that cost compares over a full year to simply buying a cylinder. This is the part where excitement and reality often start to separate. And it's exactly why so many commenters kept asking the same follow-up question, over and over again, in almost every language available. How much does this actually save me? It's a fair question. Because saving money isn't just about eliminating one expense. It's about whether the replacement costs less, works reliably, and doesn't introduce new expenses or risks that cancel out the benefit. And this is where we start to see the real tension at the heart of this story. On one side, a genuinely clever, resourceful idea that clearly resonated with people who feel financially squeezed by rising energy prices. On the other side, a long list of unanswered practical questions that determine whether this is a real long-term solution or simply a fascinating experiment that looks better on camera than it performs in daily life. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a story that's less about plastic cylinders and PVC pipes and more about what happens when millions of people feel like the basic cost of living has quietly slipped out of their control. It leaves us with a reminder that viral videos aren't just entertainment. Sometimes they're a mirror, reflecting exactly what an audience is struggling with in real life. And it leaves us with one final question we haven't answered yet. If something like this really can work, even partially, what would it mean for the bigger picture? What would it mean for families in high-cost regions? What would it mean for how governments and energy companies respond when ordinary people start finding their own alternatives? That's exactly where we're headed next, because the final part of this story isn't just about one man's backyard experiment. It's about what this entire moment reveals about the future of energy costs, and why paying attention to trends like this might matter more than most people realize. So let's bring this all together, because by now you've probably realized this was never really a story about plastic cylinders and PVC pipes. It was a story about pressure. Not the kind building up inside a sealed container, but the kind building up inside millions of households around the world, as the cost of basic living quietly climbs higher every single year. That's the real reason this video didn't just get views. It got a reaction. It got emotion. It got shared across dinner tables and family group chats in languages the original creator probably doesn't even speak. Because when something touches a nerve that deep, people don't just watch it. They pass it on to someone else who they know is feeling the exact same financial squeeze. Now, let's think about what this actually tells us if we step back and look at it as a bigger economic pattern rather than just one viral clip. First, it tells us that trust in traditional systems is quietly eroding. Not because people suddenly stopped believing in gas companies or energy providers, but because the price of staying dependent on them has started to feel unstable. When a basic necessity starts to feel unpredictable, people naturally start looking for alternatives, even experimental ones. Second, it tells us that information itself has become a form of currency. Notice how almost every single comment on that original video was some version of, "Please tell us the exact recipe." Not "great video," not "amazing idea," but a direct request for usable, repeatable information. People weren't looking for inspiration, they were looking for a blueprint. And in a world where the cost of essentials keeps rising, a genuinely reliable blueprint for cutting a major expense is worth more to people than almost any other kind of content you can create. Third, and maybe most importantly, it tells us that global audiences are far more connected through shared financial stress than most of us realize. A father in Lahore, a grandmother in Lima, a student in Jakarta, and a retiree in rural Russia, all completely different lives, all completely different languages, all reacting to the exact same video with the exact same question. How do I stop this expense from controlling my life? That's not a coincidence. That's a signal. And once you start noticing that signal, you start seeing it everywhere. In videos about growing your own food, in videos about generating your own electricity, in videos about building your own water systems, all different topics, all pointing to the same underlying feeling. People want a little bit of control back over the basic costs of living. And here's the part that makes this even more relevant going forward. This isn't slowing down. As global energy markets shift, as supply chains face new pressures, as currencies fluctuate and inflation continues to reshape household budgets in different regions at different speeds, more videos like this one are going to keep appearing. Some will be brilliant, some will be risky, some will be somewhere in between, but all of them will keep getting attention because the underlying need driving them isn't going away anytime soon. That's exactly why we cover stories like this on this channel. Not to tell you whether to try a backyard experiment yourself, that's a personal decision, and honestly, one that deserves a lot more technical caution than a 30-second video can ever provide. And what we're here to do is help you see the pattern underneath the trend. Because once you understand the pattern, you stop being surprised every time something like this goes viral. You start to see it coming. Rising costs create desperation. Desperation creates experimentation. Experimentation spreads fast when it's wrapped in a satisfying visual, like a flame lighting up at the end of a pipe. And underneath all of it sits a very real, very human question that has nothing to do with plastic containers at all. How do I protect my family from a cost that keeps climbing no matter how hard I work? That question isn't going away. And honestly, neither is this conversation. Because the truth is, whether this specific method turns out to be a genuine long-term solution or simply a fascinating chapter in a much bigger story about global energy costs, the reaction to it already told us everything we need to know about where people's minds are right now: anxious, resourceful, searching, and more connected across borders and languages than most of us give them credit for. So here's what I want to ask you directly, because this is exactly the kind of conversation this channel exists for. Where do you see this pattern showing up in your own life? Maybe it's not gas cylinders for you. Maybe it's electricity bills. Maybe it's grocery prices. Maybe it's rent. I want you to think about the one expense that quietly stresses you out more than any other, the one you wish you had more control over, and I want you to drop it in the comments below. Not because I need a comment count to feel good about this video, but because when hundreds of people from completely different countries write down the same answer, that comment section becomes its own piece of evidence. It becomes proof of exactly the pattern we just talked about. And if this video actually made you think differently about why trends like this explode the way they do, don't just scroll past it. Share it with one person who's been complaining about their own gas or electricity bill recently, not as a favor to this channel, but because understanding why these trends happen is honestly more useful to them than the trend itself. Because here's the thing, nobody says enough. Viral videos come and go, trends fade within weeks, but the underlying economic pressure driving them doesn't disappear just because the algorithm moves on to the next thing. If you understand that pressure, you're better prepared for the next version of this story, whatever form it takes next. So take 30 seconds right now. Drop your answer in the comments. Tell me the one rising cost that's been on your mind lately. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because we're going to keep pulling these patterns apart, one viral story at a time, right here on Boring Economic Update.